During the production of any game in the current present, you'll be presented on various social medias about the upcoming game. It's no different with new Colossus. However, I find it much more intriguing and interesting with the way they approach it. It's nothing new with Bethesda when it comes to outstanding trailers, but new Colossus links the world of Wolfenstein with our own world with the use of German media. I'm going to separate this part into two. First being the main trailers present on YouTube, and the second being more about the US political situations that are currently going on back then and how Bethesda benefited off them. So first of the trailers is going to be the German cartoon called Blitzmensch. A brief summary is it's an intro towards a German superhero show where it's a Nazi who fends off evil and terrifying Uncle Sam and other American entities that you may see in culture. By the way, Sam is also riding a Soviet T-34 tank, which adds a little bit of humor to the entire intro. It then cuts towards the actual gameplay, which is a great way to advertise the game in my opinion. It presents the universe of how Nazis defeated the symbol of peace and liberty, making the watcher want to kill Nazis, for revenge. Which makes sense, because I did the same thing when I played New Order, so yeah. Then you got a preview for a show called Leisel. Now this show is a brilliant representation of the Nazi society with the constant presence of militarism. Leisel gains a dog whistle to summon a Panzerhund to save someone from a fallen down car. Not only does this show that to the audience the helpfulness of a Panzerhund, it also shows the constant objection of military strength in the German Reich. It then cuts away to a cutscene in the game where Blazkowicz actually gains a Panzerhund, which links well with the actual commercial. Now you may be thinking they're like a nice little studio making these shows, but they're actually not. They're owned by the Newman company, which specializes in propaganda. If you want more details, watch my previous video on Der Kaffer. Link in the description, by the way. Then you got another clip called German or Else. It is a short segment in what presumably is a game show where you have to translate a keyword in an English phrase to its German equivalent. It shows that the people who do not want to learn German are sent away to re-education camps, showing the oppressive authority figure of the German Reich. These trailers are truly amazing, and I suggest people watch them if they have a chance, and I highly suggest you do this after the video. Finally, there is a video about a German boy who sneakily eats a chocolate bar. This is when a Nazi-endorsed brother peacefully scolds him by making him recite a Nazi phrase to show that a true German does not eat a lot and tries to stay slim. This is again just pure German propaganda to encourage the American people to act Aryan like their better German counterparts. Second part is very controversial. Back then, a Punch a Nazi campaign was placed on the Wolfenstein Twitter account. Basically, during the near release of Wolfenstein II New Colossus, there was a massive neo-Nazi rallies across the United States, which Wolfenstein profited off by presenting on social media a narrative of punching Nazis as a good way to relieve stress in people, basically inciting violence. It was also paired with a sentiment of making America Nazi-free, which ties in both the US political situation and the Wolfenstein games together, whilst also supporting the anti-Nazis at the rallies who are fighting back against them. I'm not going too deep into the political reasons as to why this happened, but Bethesda didn't orchestrate Nazi rallies just for the sake of a video game. It brings the end of part 2. This part is fairly shorter than the other one, but it's still good representation of the two different ways Bethesda markets the game. Hopefully Machine Games finishes their Indiana Jones game, then we can see some actual Wolfenstein trailers come out, and I'm all here for it.